Hi, this is Brandon from Watches on You. Today we're going to be comparing two very popular Rolexes that at first glance appear extremely similar. These are the Rolex Air King and Rolex Explorer. Let's drop down to the inspection area and we can take a closer look at both of these pieces and the differences between them. Alright, so let's take a closer look at both of these watches. Now, one of the first notable differences between the watches is the price. So the Rolex Explorer is $6,550 and the Rolex Air King is $6,450. So the Rolex Explorer is $100 more expensive than the Air King. Now, technically, these watches are very, very similar. So with the Rolex Explorer, you're getting the 3132 movement, whereas with the Air King, you're getting the Rolex 3131 movement. Now, the difference in these movements, I would speculate, is mainly just the size. So the Air King comes in a 40 millimeter case, whereas the Explorer comes in a 39 millimeter case. Overall, like, the power reserve is exactly the same between these watches. Each of them has a 48-hour power reserve. No complaints there, just on an objective level. As you know, I like to see watches have 48 hours or above in power reserve. But once you look at the case thicknesses, you can see a difference in the piece. So as you can see from the side profile of each of these watches, the Air King is much thicker than the Explorer. And an additional difference is the crown on the Air King is much larger than that on the Explorer. So overall, the Air King has a more beefy kind of appearance. But in my opinion, I find the Explorer a little bit more attractive just due to the size difference. In comparing the dial of these watches, obviously it's kind of similar. So on the Air King, you're going to get, you have the numerals on the dial, you have the 3, 6, and 9 in white gold, and that's the same on this Explorer. Now, this is a slightly older Explorer of the newest reference in that you're not getting the loomed 3, 6, and 9. Also, it's the shorty Explorer, so the hands are a little bit shorter than the newer version. But nonetheless, it's like the same reference number as the newest. This is actually my brother Zach's watch. This Air King is on sale here at JB Hudson Jewelers. I'll drop a link in the description to their website if you want to inquire about purchasing it. But again, as you can see from the dials, they're very similar, but the Explorer has loom all the way around the dial, at least on the new version. On this one, obviously it doesn't on the 3, 6, and 9, whereas this Air King does not have loom on the 3, 6, and 9, and it doesn't have loom at any of the other indices except for 12 o'clock, and obviously on the hands. I can show you the difference under a UV light. So here you can see almost the entire dial lights up on the Explorer, and on the newer version of this, it does. The entire thing obviously would light up. On the Air King, only the hands and then that 12 o'clock hour mark light up, so it's kind of a drawback to the piece. In my opinion, that in itself kind of justifies the $100 difference. But again, if you want a beefier watch, that Air King is maybe the one for you. Also, you're getting a lot greater coloration on the Air King, and that's very unique for Rolex. I would say it's one of the one of the less understated Rolexes in that you're getting that green and gold coloration. Now, moving on to the clasps, you can see that the Explorer has the professional clasp with the professional kind of guard on the top, and then the Air King has a one of the more classic style clasps with the just kind of latch that is undone there. It's not really a safety latch like the Explorer has. But overall, each of them has a safety or an easy link, so it can be adjusted even without a tool. I'll try each of the watches on for a wrist shot now. So first, we're going to try on the Air King, and it's very comfortable. Rolex Oyster bracelets are very, very comfortable, as you know. And the 40 millimeter case size looks great on my wrist. I have about a 6.5 inch wrist in circumference, just for comparison purposes. I think it looks awesome. And the Explorer, I think, looks just as awesome, but I actually prefer the design of the Explorer to the Air King, just on a personal basis. The quality is almost exactly the same. Actually, I would say it is the same. Again, this is a 39 millimeter case. You don't really notice that much of a difference other than the thickness and the crown size. So, one detail I want to add about the dials of each of these pieces is that they are both matte dials. So they're not a glossy dial, so it doesn't have that much glare, which is a great feature for both of the watches. So if you like this video, remember to like, subscribe, and share, and I hope this kind of elucidates the difference between these two models. If you, again, like the video, remember, if you do subscribe, you need to hit the notification bell, otherwise you're not going to be notified of our latest videos. And also, I'd like to remind you to check out the link in the description to JB Hudson's website. Thank you for watching this video.